In my 6.5 years since I was first elected as a member of Parliament, I've probably dealt with hundreds, perhaps even over 1,000 different immigration cases, dossiers in my constituency office. And perhaps the most difficult one in terms of just human empathy is the case of the Tabaj family. It's a case where, unfortunately, our system and our minister's office, has arrived at decisions that put a refugee family to Canada at risk, and in fact puts 2 Canadian children at risk, their lives at risk, lethal risk. Now, we've seen in the last week and a half, the minister introduced, with great fanfare, a piece of legislation that he called dealing with crooked consultants, consultants that abuse the trust of potential refugees, immigrants to Canada, both here in Canada and abroad. And the minister made it quite clear that he's doing this because of the empathy he feels for people that have worked hard, saved up their dollars, and are then abused by these crooked consultants. I asked the minister, where is his empathy in the case of a refugee family where we have all the documentation to prove that the father already survived 1 assassination attempt? The minister had this family deported. In February of this year in Albania, they survived another documented assassination attempt. And what's most disturbing about this particular case is that the minister had them deported before a PRA decision came down. So before the system in place, the departmental system, was able to arrive at a decision, was this family facing lethal jeopardy, including 3 children, 2 Canadian children among them. The minister was involved in the case. In fact, we have a handwritten note from the minister that shows that he was intimately involved in this case, had them deported. We have the PRA decision. The decision was to bring them back. Normally that would take weeks. And then all of a sudden, everything stalled out again. It now appears, we have the documentation from the Albanian embassy, that the initial assassination attempt was real. It's been confirmed by 2 ministries, Ministry of the Interior and Foreign Affairs of Albania. And I would hate to think that once again the minister has involved himself in this case and put this family's lives at risk, the children of this family at lethal risk. And that's why we've made this decision to hold this press conference today. It's a terrible case that we certainly hope that once again the minister will see it in his heart. If he's worried about refugees being abused by crooked consultants, please, minister, see it in your heart. Minister Kenney, see it in your heart. Err on the side of caution. You do not want this family's blood on your hands. Err on the side of caution. There seems to be enough evidence that this family is facing lethal risk. Please allow the decision that the department made back in June to bring the family back. Please allow this family back to Canada before something absolutely tragic occurs. Thank you. We also have with us McDonald Scott, who acted as the immigration consultant for this family, and he can provide additional details on the case.
Thank you, Boris. It's hard to follow such an impassioned plea by a man who has gone out of his way to protect refugees and particularly this family.